What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be skating Thunder 161's. These are brand new on an old deck. This was my favorite board, and I was watching some of my old videos and I was like, oh, I skated so good on that board. Why don't I bring it back? I think it's cracked or broken somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where. This was a anti-hero Jeff Grosso Jim Jones deck. So Jim Jones was a prolific cult leader, a infamous cult leader, and you could say a mass murderer because he convinced people to drink the punch. The tail's in pretty rough shape, but I'm not sure exactly where this board is broken. I'm thinking somewhere back here towards the tail, so we'll see if I can even skate it. Oh, right here it's definitely broken too. I don't know if I should use riser pads or not. Let's try it without the riser pads, see if I get wheel bite. So we're going to use Bones hard bushings in there because that's what I used to ride, and I used to actually hammer out the kingpin and put a inverted kingpin in there. You can see like on different trucks from Thunder you could fit that in there, and it actually is tight enough that it would hold it in place on the bottom. We're not going to do the inverted kingpin because I just want to skate them normal. I was skating some really odd bushings on this set, trying to do a tight truck versus loose truck video. I really do want to skate my old boards until they're completely broken, because like nobody's gonna want this board in the shape that it's in right now. So let's go ahead and get some use out of it. So I'm gonna be using the Skate Like a Girl Spitfire Formula 4 99 Duro wheels, and I've got the hard Bones bushings there in the trucks. So I feel like this was like a 10.75 or something ridiculous, but that's just right through here. So the trucks kind of fit over where they're supposed to be. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to put a rail on this board and scoot it back because it's really almost broken all the way through right here. And it's probably gonna break immediately if I don't put some rails on there. So I might start the rail like right here and go kind of behind the wheels in the back. So maybe we should do that now, just so it doesn't snap immediately. I'm going to be using welcome rails because that's just what I have, it's what I skate. I was using these rails to sustain this board that was broken right through the middle, and just putting these rails on it allowed me to actually keep skating it. But I might just take those off and use them on here for now, and then go back to skate. If I go back to skating this board, I'll put them back on. Alright, so I got 3 rails on there in the areas where it's bending, but it's still really flexy, so I'm gonna have to put a rail on top. I think that's gonna prevent, see this flex right here, watch the color there. You see that? Because that's gonna snap really quickly. So I went with a tail block on top, and it does help a lot. I could still use some rails on top. Has Braille or somebody already done a video using top rails for a dark slide board? Because that would be interesting. Make it also a dark slide board. Then it would just actually add an extra bit of concave on the sides for kick flips and heel flips. Actually, rails on the side, like thin rails, might not be bad. So I'm actually going to be selling several of my trucks, my older trucks, including these Indies inverted kingpins. I know you guys like those. So check out the description below. I'll probably have a link. So just like with the Thunders, how you can flip that kingpin over and have an inverted kingpin, you can also do that with Slappies. So this is the inverted version, and you can flip it over and make it a normal truck. You can't do it the other way around though. You can't take the normal one and turn it around and be inverted. It doesn't work like that. So this is how you do it basically. You hammer it out, slide it out. With Slappies it's easy. With Thunders you're gonna have to be a real man, you know, at least heavier than Bam Margera to hammer that out. Let's flip those. So this board is seriously broken. I've got now 2 rails on top, 3 on the bottom. If Braille hasn't already done it, I really do think that rail on the top of the deck, like on the edge, would be a good video for kickflips. It's actually easier. So now I've got this board I've been riding with a pretty serious chip going on. I thought maybe I could use these bolts to press that down. and hold it down. But first we gotta drill some holes for these to go in. So I put the bolts in there. It actually worked phenomenally. It's really tight. It feels better, the pop's better. Before it felt kind of like a trampoline, but now it's got good pop. So the only problem is, I think I put it a little too close to the edge, because I might have to put a tail guard on here because I can feel this when I'm popping. So that's not good. So I put a tailbone on there to protect these bolts from getting worn down or making a high-pitched noise when they hit the ground. The metal pole fell. Now the only thing wrong with this board is I did break through most of the layers doing kickflip rock to fakies. But I can't really feel that at all. This is what I was mainly feeling. So until that's a problem that I can actually feel, I'm not going to address it. Maybe I'll put rails on this board soon too. So this grind rail was actually inside of concrete. Super rusty. It was outside, buried in concrete, inside of a DIY. At one time it got torn down. So yeah, I'm going to try to grind the concrete off with a grinder and then spray paint it silver. So grinding the concrete off was super easy. It took about a second. So I put one coat of silver paint on the rail, and I'll come back and put another coat on a little bit later after I go to the skate park. So I'm finally putting the Nano Cubics Andy Anderson's PAL wheel on eBay since I didn't like it. And I'm going to be putting the Reynolds 93s on eBay finally. But I only skated these in a few videos and look how tiny they are, especially this one. Like, what happened to these wheels? These wheels were bad. Look, I'm not going to say every reviewer was completely lying about these wheels except for me, but look at this. This is after skating a few times. I don't know. These I skated much more, and they barely wore down at all. So, do with that what you will. So I'm actually parked on 4 boards right now. I park my car on 4 boards every evening. This one is from the flea market. So yeah, flattening boards. I cut my own wheel wells too. Got a video on that. After you get the car off of them, they look like they're going to be really flat, but that doesn't last. They go right back up, except for this one. This one broke. So this is the chance you have to take when you're flattening boards like that. But I think it would actually skate better flattened with the brake than it did the way it was. So it turns out I got to the skate park. This board skates great with the tail guard. It feels better, it's poppier. So this board, I've got super loose trucks right now, just like barely on there. They actually shake when you're skating, and when you shake them around, they wiggle a lot. And it skates pretty good. You can skate Slappy's loose. You can't really skate Thunder's loose like that. So this board, there's something wrong with the wheels. The deck feels pretty stiff. That rail on top is really messing with me. I can't skate. It might actually hurt my foot, that rail on top, so I might have to take that off. But the trucks feel good, they grind good, but the wheels are super slow. Probably because I've got smaller wheels on that board and maybe older bearings. I really need to get some new bearings because these wheels actually feel good. This board I did some 3 flips and stuff. That's the smallest of the board, but that little board with the little slappy lights, I'm pretty used to it. It feels pretty good at this park. I like the Dragon wheels when they're worn down to be really small because they still actually roll pretty good. They're great wheels when they're worn down. I think any other wheel like worn down like that feels awful. But dragon wheels, worn down this small, feel pretty good, honestly. I like them. I'd like to try some dragon wheels worn down that much on some really wide trucks, like some 10-inch trucks for sure. So I'm gonna actually take this rail off the top. My heel hits it and stuff, and I feel like it's actually dangerous. It really does help strengthen the board, but I just can't deal with it. I'm not cutting the rail in half. Cutting that rail in half would help, but I like that welcome rail. I'm not gonna lose $7 or whatever they are. So definitely taking it off for right now. Gonna try to skate. Other than that, the board feels pretty good. So I took the rail off. This was a really good board at one time, but it's bending, it sucks. You know, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him your plans. At this point, I really just want to break this board and just put it up on the wall so I can always remember this time in my life when I skated this board, lived downtown Lexington, just skated every night for hours around the campus. And this is what I skated, you know? But those times are gone. You know, it's time to move on and let the board just die. I've got it on life support, you know? I've got this board on major life support right now, and this board is like, please, oh look, the screw's coming out. Oh no. This board is like, please just let me die. I've been in a coma for 15 years. You know how hard it is to sit there in a coma for 15 years and like not be able to move? That's what this board's been doing. It's like, please just put me out of my misery, break me in half. This board's kind of like that too, but it's still got some life in it. This is another good time in my life. You know, that's what boards are. So this is basically a surfboard. When you're riding it, you're surfing the skate park, you're not even skating. Yeah, it felt pretty good. The wheels are too small, so I'm probably going to switch out the wheels. When you have big trucks like that, you kind of have to have bigger wheels to really utilize how good they lock into stuff. Let's try it out with some bigger wheels. I think I should do a loose truck versus tight truck video with these two boards. So I put bigger wheels on this board. These are like 60 millimeters. These are way bigger. These are roller skate wheels, but they're 101A. Let's see what happens. So actually I've already ridden this and it's way faster. Locks in to cross lock 50/50 so much better, but it makes a really strange noise. Let me actually show you. So that's actually the wheels stopping. They spin for a second and then stop. Don't know how to stop that. So the board's pretty prone to wheel bite now, but one weird problem here is if I nollie, look at the middle, how it's splitting right there. And if I ollie, see how it's splitting back there? So whether I'm using the front of the board or the back of the board, if I'm popping, the board feels like it's going to completely snap in half. I didn't realize how bad it was right here, but it's just if you nollie. Now I just gotta clear coat it. I already put one layer of clear coat. This Rust-Oleum gloss enamel. So it's not really silver anymore, it's more gray. But I've got to wax it up and stuff too. Ooh, that feels good. It feels slick already. That's gonna be fun. This thing might be its own entire video. Maybe I'll put it on this video and another video. So yeah, this video was just a jumbled mess of me fixing different skateboards and different things that I had. You know, using the things that I already had. Saving money, not buying new things, not buying new decks, not buying a new rail. This is the next day, and actually I left that rail out all night. I just remembered. But I think it's always good to just use what you have. You know, use what you already have. I'll have another video coming out Saturday. I have enough videos. I could put a video out every day right now. I've got tons of videos that I've already filmed. But I'll give you guys a break and put another video out Saturday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, scroll through my channel, check out my other videos, and hit that subscribe button because I got a lot more videos to come. Thanks for watching. I'll try to put more skating in Saturday's video than in this video. don't know if you guys saw that short, but I'm heavier than Bam was at his heaviest. And I'm still skating every single day. If you saw that clip I put up of Bam on my shorts, he said when he was 230 pounds, he was embarrassed to skate or be seen skating. I guess everybody holds weight differently, though. You could be 6'4", 230 pounds, and that's going to look a lot different than someone who's 5'9", 230 pounds. So do I really even need to put skateboarding in every single video? Are people really watching my videos for the skating? You know, it's not like a Chris Cole part or like Shane O'Neill, you know? Occasionally I'll have a good trick or something, but I think people watch the videos so they have something to listen to, like a friend to communicate with. It makes you feel like you're out skating with someone, you know? It's just like a buddy. I don't know if there even needs to be skating in the video. You could really just talk about history, talk about the history of skateboarding, talk about an idea. They're morphing more into just videos about abstract ideas or certain concepts in skateboarding. They're getting more talky. Not necessarily people like going out to breakfast and filming it, but people relating to different ideas in skateboarding.